there everyone, welcome back to Not As Dope, and today what I'll be doing is unboxing this right here. This is the Ultimea A40. What I've been listening to is the Ultimea A50 Pro. This is a 5.1, this is a 7.1. Difference between the 5.1 and the 7.1, the 5.1 has one box in the front which has a left, a center, and a right. Has a subwoofer down here, and surround sound speakers in the back, one on the left, one on the right. 7.1 has 5 speakers in the front, 2 in the rear, and 1 subwoofer over here. The main difference in the audio is that this has Atmos, this does not have Atmos. So let me unbox this and let's see what we have inside. I'm going to set it up probably later and see how the audio is, and if I want to actually move this to the living room or put this in the bedroom. The actual plan is to put this speaker here in the bedroom. As of right now, I don't know if to keep this out here because I like the fact that this is Atmos, but I don't know if I would enjoy having the 7.1 more than having the 5.1. This does not have Atmos, this does not have Adobe. So let me unbox this and see what we have inside. Let's go. So as I said, we'll be unboxing this right here. This is the Ultimea A40 7.1 virtual surround sound. This is not a Adobe Atmos system. This does not have the Atmos features. This is a 7.1. The one that I have down here already is a 5.1. The main difference for me right now is to see the difference between the 7.1 and the 5.1 to see if it makes sense to move this to the living room or keep this in the bedroom as I intend. So let's unbox this and see what we have inside. All right. As you can see, this is the packaging. This is all the information here. This is how the system could look. You could have the center speaker and one left, one right on the front, and one left, one right on the back, and your subwoofer on the base right over here. You could control this with the app, but for right now, let's get into the unboxing. Should I unbox this on this table? Let's see. Hopefully, I'll put it right here. Grab my little nifty knife. So, as you guys may already know, I do have Ultimea speakers. So as I said, I do have that one on the ground. I absolutely love Ultimea speakers. They work well. They work well with the app. I've had no issues. The audio quality is absolutely amazing. This primarily is to improve the TV audio experience in the bedroom. I did get it because it's a 7.1. I didn't believe I need the whole like Atmos settings and stuff like that. So let me see how it sounds, and if it sounds better than the 5.1, you may never know, I might decide to bring it out here. So inside the box so far, we have the manual showing the setup. This is actually pretty straightforward. No need for me to read that. You have a foam padding. You have your cables. This is for, what does this say over here? This is for your rear surround sound. I'm assuming this is for your front right, and so this is for your front surround sound. This is for your front surround sound. So you have all the cables right here. Good to have. You have your, what is this? This is your optical cable. Good to know. You have your charger for either the subwoofer or the main audio device. In fact, let me put these over here so you could see. All right. Cables, chargers. You will need 2 chargers, obviously, because one is for the subwoofer and one is for the front center speaker. So there's the other device here. So I know you probably looked at the size of this subwoofer and you're probably thinking that's a very small subwoofer. No way it could be impressive. I guarantee you that little subwoofer will impress you. What I had before was the Bose Cinematic home entertainment system, and the Bose box is a big box. You guys know how Bose used to do it. That little subwoofer is as loud or even louder than the Bose. These are your wall mounts. This is to mount it to the wall, the speakers to the wall. To be very honest with you, I cannot figure out how to get this to work, and I have not seen any videos of anyone showing how to mount this on the wall. That's just me. Maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. So these wall mounts I will never use probably because, again, I can't figure out how to get them to work. All right, optical cable. Here is the remote control. The remote is very similar to the Aurora, as you can see, pretty much line for line. It looks very similar. It has pretty much all the controls that you would see on the Aurora. Put that there. What we have on this side over here. This right here is your front center speaker. And this, judging from how it feels in hand, it almost feels slightly longer than the, it might be the same size. It might be the same size as the Aurora A40 Pro. As you could see, you have your digital control right here, or your digital screen. You have one speaker here. You have another speaker here and one over here. So you have 3 speakers in this. You have your touch controls on top. So you have touch controls, you have app control, and the remote control it comes with. On the back, optical cable, USB-A. You have your auxiliary cable. You have your sub out, your DC in, and you have front left, front right. Pretty straightforward. All right, that goes there. Taking this off, tossing that to the side. And here we get the 4 speakers for the surround sound experience. So this is it right here. I believe these are, let me see something. This is the surround sound left. So this will go for your left side. I'll just pull out all of these one by one. This would be for your surround sound right. So that's a quick little tidbit. So the ones that go on the back, the ones that are not, all right, so this is directly connected to this here right here. So as you can see, the white plug would plug in directly into the white side, right? So this does not have this on the back. So this is a pair button. So let's say, so this connects to the back of you. So this is your rear surround sound speaker. So let's say you turn on the device and you don't hear any audio coming from the rear surround sound. You simply press the pair button, but what you have to do first on the remote control, you have to press, I believe it's the middle of the prompt tone. So you press and hold that for 5 seconds, and once you see a flash on the screen, you press the pair button on the back right here, and this pair button would resync everything. So this would be for the rear surround sound speakers. But dimension wise, it's about the same size as the front. So this would be front on top, rear on the bottom. All right, let's do one more. All right. What's amazing about this is the packaging is absolutely stellar. So this will be for the front right. So you see the right sides are all red. The right sides are all red. So this would be right. And one last one. And this would be for the front left. All right. here we have it. That's the surround sound speakers. And now for the subwoofer. That's it for the box. Toss that to the side. Not ready to side, but alright. This is a subwoofer right here. And before you judge it based on size, do not let this little subwoofer fool you. This little subwoofer packs a nice bass, a nice thump. So this is a ground facing subwoofer with a rear output. So the rear output gives a nice little thump. So this would go slightly against the wall. It doesn't have to get put against the wall, but normally I would put this about 2 to 4 inches away from a wall. If I'm putting it on carpet, just to make sure that the carpet doesn't muffle the sound, I like to put a little plate or some type of metal surface below this, just to make sure that the carpet doesn't really muffle the sound. So ideally it should go on wood, but if I'm putting it on carpet, I will put some type of hard plastic or something below this, just to make sure that the subwoofer gets the best movement or best like audio experience. So here it is, your subwoofer and your surround sound speakers. So this is a 7.1 system from Ultimea. You gotta admit, the packaging is pretty cool, everything is pretty concise, everything is pretty well built, everything is well thought out. You have all of your cables for charging, you have your remote control. As I said, this does work with the Ultimea app. You have your optical cable. This does have an optical input. And here, the one bad part about this, it does not have HDMI input. So let's say if you want to connect your TV to it, it does not have this, but the Aurora A40 does. So let me hook this up and let's see where we go from there. So for right now, this is the unboxing of the Ultimea A40. I'm excited to hear what it sounds like. Until next time, you gotta admit, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. See you guys.